per location per year.
Yes, may I have a motion to approve Bill 109 and file all related communications?
So, second.
Thank you. All right. Now, we are at the point where I need to give up the chairmanship. And the reason for this is because it's my bill that I need to talk about. Ms. Willie is my vice chair. Normally, she would take over, but her bill is on the agenda today, so she's going to do it. So I could run because I'm still the chair, I could run the nomination and election process, but I'm not taking any chances with that. And so at this time, per our rules, if the vice chair and the chair are incapacitated in some way, the finance chair, which is Valerie, will take over. So at this point, I am going to yield the chair to Ms. Poindexter. Thank you very much. Thank you for all of your good behavior today.
So at this time, my job is to conduct a meeting to get the nominations to vote on who will temporarily be the chair of the Public Safety and the Mass Transit Committee. So my job right now is just to conduct a meeting for nominations to vote on vote on a chair. And so I'm going to open up the floor for nominations. Councilmember Ford?
Thank you. I would like to nominate as temporary chair Mr. Jay Yoshimoto.
I'll second.
Councilmember Willie?
Do I second that?
Oh, no, the floor is open for nominations for chair. Okay?
Ms. Poindexter, would you be willing to run the meeting as well? Just
Yes.
curious.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, is that a nomination?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and if I can expand on that, because, you know, as we all know, the role of the chair is important in conducting the business of the committee, but also to, you know, the chair is not able to speak during the discussion portion until we're done, until the end. So, you know, this is a double-edged coin. So anyway, I just wanted to ask you if you were willing to do that.
Yeah, I'm willing to accept the nomination. Councilmember Elegant?
Madam Chair, I would like to close the nominations.
Well, I would like to speak.
Councilmember Willie, it's just nominations
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. Well, I'm good with both of those nominations, so
Okay.
that's what I want to say.
So are we okay with closing the nominations? And I'm going to ask Mr. Clerk, go ahead, Councilmember Io.
Since Mr. Yoshimoto asked you if you were willing to chair, I just would like to ask him if he would like to chair it, or if he has some concerns and would rather be part of the discussion.
Thank you, Ms. Yoff. I'm perfectly fine in serving as the temporary chair for the committee purposes, but, you know, also to, at the same time, you know, both of these matters, unless they're withdrawn, will be moving up to council with a positive or negative recommendation. So, you know, you or I will be chairing it at the council level. So what I'm getting at is, you know, my most meaningful participation will either happen at committee or at one of the two readings at council, depending upon that. So that's what I'm thinking about at this very moment, as far as, you know,
And I believe the next two meetings are both here in Hilo. So
correct. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
So maybe okay, I understand.
Okay, are you done? Okay, Councilmember Ford?
Thank you. I would like to make a motion to suspend the rules to allow whoever's the chair to participate in the discussion as each round that we go around and talk to the council members.
No.
I would like to have the chair participate and say what they need to say. I think this discussion is going to be extremely important, and I don't want a rule that we've made to handicap any person from expressing their opinion on this subject. Thank you. So that would be, I would need a second for my motion, if anyone wants to.
I guess there's no second. Okay, Councilmember Kanua, did you have a nomination or something to say? Okay, so we're going to close the nominations. I'm going to ask Mr. Clerk if you could read off the nominations and do a roll call vote, maybe for, the 2 nominations.
Just point of procedure.
Sure.
I guess it gets a little confusing. We should just decide whether it's you or me, and then I think just do it that way. I think that's probably easier.
Some vote.
Yeah. Well, just.
We can each say who we want to vote.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, can we just do a vote, then a roll call vote?
Okay, Mr. Onishi.
Oh, okay, yeah, Mr. Onishi?
Madam Chair, the only thing I'm looking at, and maybe Mr. Clerk, you can help me with this, but we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So what if it becomes 4 and 4?
Oh, we'll find out. They can duke it out.
Then we yeah.
Let's deal
So-
with that problem if we get it.
Can we deal with that problem if we get to that point?
Well, I was thinking is, between you two, who would rather have it? Who would rather chair it? Because like we're mentioning is that whoever's the chair, you cannot talk until after all the discussion is finished. But I'm thinking that, well, for me, I'm thinking that maybe Mr. Yoshimoto should do it, because it's this GMO thing, or the farmers are in your district, so I don't know if you would want to,
You want me to talk?
or make comments. I don't know. I would like to hear from you on what.
I think a lot of people have heard from me, even on my last discussion. I don't think I have changed. But anyway, I'm not going to discuss that at this
Yeah,
point,
but,
because
just
right
to-
now, we're just doing the nomination.
Okay, so if you guys two feel okay, then
Yeah,
fine.
so,
Can we still
go ahead.
discuss a little? I just think with Jay, the point I feel that he's making is that once it gets to council, he will not be able to participate. I would just as soon split it up. That way we know that Valerie gets to do it. I tried to argue that to move these bills over to the Ag Subcommittee, which I would have been chair of, and Valerie would have been the vice chair, and it would have gone to her, since it was my bill. So I just want to, I would just as soon Chair Yoshimoto withdraw and just leave it at Valerie.
Again, I have no ego involved here. It doesn't matter, what role I play. We're all 9 members. We all serve, and so I just want to make sure there's input. So, on second thought, I do think Ms. Ford's suggestion that the chair participate in the discussion at the committee level is important, because it is a rule that we've modified or suspended before in the past. So this is kind of food for thought.
Now, I got to question that again. Is that on the first round, or is it after complete discussion? Was that? Can you check, or do you complete discussion?
Excuse me, it is complete discussion, but my motion was to allow whoever's the chairperson to speak after each round of discussion. I don't need to repeat myself.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so, well, she made a motion the last time and it didn't go, so.
Yeah, I didn't, but I'm willing to make the motion again. Same motion, guys.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and do the roll call vote on the 2 nominations. So if you want to start with Councilmember Jay Yoshimoto. Mr. Clerk?
We'll start with Councilmember Yoshimoto, Ms. Eoff,
No.
Mr. Iligan, No. Mr. Kanuha,
No.
Mr. Kern, Mr. Onishi,
Aye.
Ms. Poindexter,
No.
Ms. Willie,
No.
Mr. Yoshimoto,
Aye.
Can I vote?
Ms. Ford.
Aye for Mr. Yoshimoto.
So there are 3 ayes for Mr. Yoshimoto, 5 noes.
Okay, so I don't think we need to go into the vote, so I will assume the chair. So at this point, I will say that after listening to the discussion early on and hearing Mr. Kern and the rest of you, I think the majority said that it would be okay to reconvene at 8 on Friday morning. So I'm going to put this committee into recess until Friday morning at 8 o'clock. Meeting adjourned.
Eat some GMO papayas. You get energy.
But we can party now. And Val will lead us in song. Kumbaya.
The majority did.
So where do you and
did,
Sunny go
Brenda,
out?
everybody. We would take it to
Where do you in
the same thing.
Hilo? I mean, like, where does anybody?
I don't really go.
You don't really go out.
If I drink, then I don't want to get caught DUI.
You don't want to get Yeah, I don't know.
Friends' houses or.
But go to
You looking at what? Like
or dancing or things like that. Music.
Cookie Highway.
Cokie Highway.
And you'll get a council on Friday morning.
Yeah.
And you're
Okay.
and he should be here. The majority
In fact, right over here is not bad.
Maybe I just sort of want to get an orientation. Okay, thanks.